Good morning, folks, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Today is the 17th of January, so day 17 of the Pink and Black event hosted by Crafty ishKristyn and Mushmello from Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. So today is, what day is it today? 6, 7, 8. So it's day 9. Ooh, day 9 of my biker chick. Yeah, so let's get started. Get some light going here. I did pull out my little round light. Oops. And it unplugs. Yeah. So if I need that, I got it. I bought a couple of these baskets yesterday at Walmart. It was $2 for the two. They had a really fancy felt one for $2, and then I saw two of these for $2. I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna get two for $2 rather than one for $2. So yeah, I didn't go to the dollar store. I instead my dad had to go to Walmart, so I skipped going to the dollar store. All right, so let's get. So I also went to the thrift store, and I picked up a couple of things at the thrift store. I bought myself a nice big comforter for my bed. So now I've got 3 comforters. Woohoo! I also got a little little collapsible table. Yeah, and I get off. So I've got that little table. It's smaller than than a table mate, so it actually fits beside me better. Because I believe I mentioned in a previous video that it just barely stays in place because of the floor. Yeah, there is because I'm all set up on the floor for the slide out is a couple of inches higher than the rest of the floor in my place, and the table mate was like, one leg of it was like right along the edge. So if I wasn't careful, it would tip over. It wouldn't fall, but it would tip over, and was annoying. So I saw this. I actually went to the thrift store to see about yarn and maybe other craft supplies, accessories stuff that I could use around here. And I saw this table. I saw this little table, and it's black, so it matches. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking that'd be perfect for beside me, and it can hold. I've got my classified tray on there with the drill that I'm using for my grotesque cookie monster, which I have not worked on in a while. Instead, I've been doing smaller canvases, and then yesterday I've also been working on the Dreamcatcher Wolf for my daughter. So yeah, yesterday was a good day. Also from the thrift store, I got this cute little basket. Isn't it cute? I saw it and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I could put stuff in it. So I've got all my release papers, and I've got a whole bunch of these green trays, because I do use the green trays for stuff. And then also from Walmart I got this because it was only $1. It's actually a Christmas planter, so you put a plant in it. But this is now my trash. My little trash basket, even though I've got a garbage can right beside me. So what else did I get? Food. Yeah, I spent a little bit too much on food, on groceries. So yeah, I didn't buy anything at the dollar store. But I did fill a propane tank, so I don't have to worry about running out of propane. Yay! I did get laundry soap, cold water laundry soap. And I finally opened up the box with my wash machine in it, and I am not impressed. Not impressed. Not at all am I impressed. But, you know what they say, you get what you pay for. And now I know why it was such a cheap price. Yeah, anyways, so I did use it. I threw in a pair of pants, a bra, and I think like 4 washcloths. But keep in mind, my washcloths are like this big. Yeah. Yeah, and then I filled it with water, cold water, and I poured in some laundry soap, turned it on. There's no instruction manual. No instructions on how to use the thing. You open it up, you attach the lid. Oh, and that's something else. One of the latches for the lid is broken. So, yeah. So I took a picture of it, and I'm gonna send the picture. I'm gonna share the picture with Timu and say, yeah, look, this. I'm gonna request a refund because, yeah, I'm not impressed. The drain hose is like super duper cheap plastic, so I have to be very careful with that. It is a nice compact size. Let's see what else. You have to, there's only 3 settings. There's wash for 5 minutes, there's wash for 10 minutes, and then dehydration for 2 minutes. Yeah, dehydration. So it's obviously translated from Chinese, because it's actually, dehydration is where it spins. It spins in the opposite direction from the wash. And you have to actually, there is a little hose that's attached underneath that you hook on the back, and then you attach a longer, and it's got a longer hose that you attach to that. And apparently when you set it to dehydration, you have to unhook the hose from the back of the machine and let it hang down in order to drain. And then it doesn't like fully drain. It does drain, but then like you have to yeah, there's no instructions, so it's all guesswork. So yeah, all guesswork. So I was working on that last night, and so basically I had to take my bra out in order for, and yeah, there's the basket that you put in that you're apparently supposed to put in for before dehydration or something like that. And it's like, well, it's just, it's got like, the booklet comes with in English and then other languages, and it's basically like it shows you how to open it up, how to close it back up, and then there's some troubleshooting directions, explanations, descriptions, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, like, it's yeah, figure it out. Oh, but if you have any questions, you can email them. There is an email address. But yeah. So anyways, during the dehydration, it struggled trying to spin everything to get the water out. And so I took my bra out, and then it worked better. So apparently my bra was too much, along with the pants and the washcloths. So I think I'm gonna have to do like, and of course I just guessed on on the soap, and I don't even know. I still had to wring the water out of the pants and the washcloths, and then I just draped the pants over the wash machine. It's called it a night. Went to bed last night. Oh, and I struggled to get to sleep, and then I just had a restless night. Struggled to stay asleep, tossing and turning. I did have my phone call appointment with the sleep clinic. Unfortunately, at the time that they called, I was at the thrift store. Because yeah, my dad let me use the truck, and so I got rid of 2 bags of garbage, and I loaded all 4 chairs into the back of the truck, because I had 2 in the storage out front. Those 2 went into the dumpster because of mold, due to moisture, obviously, from being out there for several months. And then I also loaded up a tote bin that was like half to 3/4 full of stuff to go to the thrift store, and 2 chairs from inside here. And also I also threw not through, but D. Are there any D's? D, hello, looking for the D. No D. Oh, there's no D. Aw. But there's definitely E. So anyways, yeah, I grabbed the packages for my friend in Colorado and for my daughter. And, oh my God, that was about $50. Just over $50 to ship those 2. I also had to buy wrapping. I bought brown wrapping paper at the post office. They let me borrow a pair of scissors and some tape that somebody had left behind, and the woman was like, "Yeah, it's hockey tape, so it's not really that great." Oh my goodness, I needed scissors for cutting that tape. But yeah, the package that I sent to my friend in Colorado, I had to wrap that in the brown wrapping paper because, or else it would have cost me extra money to ship it. Because it was a Diamond Art Club case, a box, and yeah, so I had to cover it. So it was $2.99 for that roll. And so I taped up the box, and the 2 ladies at the post office, they were quite impressed with my wrapping skills. And I'm like, well, yeah. My daddy taught me well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty good at wrapping boxes. It comes from wrapping Christmas presents all nice and pretty. Okay, this pen, it's just driving me up the wall with this. The stick just sucks on this canvas. So, and I hate using this pen, but it works. Because the putty in this is old putty, but it works. So anyways, yeah, so my daughter's package is gone. She's going to be surprised that there's 2 canvases in it and not just one. She's expecting only the one. And I know she's not going to see this video because she doesn't watch my channel. She is a subscriber. She is subscribed. She'll watch a video only if I share it with her. Because she's just got so much going on in her life, right? Actually, she does. She apparently has a new Xbox S. My friend in Colorado is excited about getting her package. Yeah. I can't remember how many canvases are in her package, but I just know that there's 2 in my daughter's package. And then the Dreamcatcher Wolf, I'll send it to her later. I'll find a couple of other canvases to send as well for her. And I'm really hoping that that somebody there can frame them for her. Oh, that is it's trash. Trash. Yeah, so yeah, I had a pretty productive day. I spent a good chunk of time sitting in the cab of the truck in front of the store where my dad goes and has coffee because I got my grocery shopping done while at Walmart with my dad. Oh, goodness. Yeah. And there's one thing, I actually, I did it again. I forgot to take my shopping list with me. I also forgot to take my driver's license with me. Yes, I forgot. Thank goodness I didn't do very much driving and I didn't get pulled over by the popo. Yeah. But one important item that I forgot to get on my shopping list was sugar. Yeah, forgot sugar. And I need sugar for my coffee and my tea. So it just means I'm going to have to drink more iced tea. And I do still have, like an emergency stash of juice crystals of a couple of other types of juice. I need to finish those off so that I can use those jars for something else. For what? I don't know. Maybe for stray drills. Knowing me, that's probably what I'll end up doing with them. No, not stray drills, but leftover drills of certain colors. Because that's what I've done. I've got one jar that I'm filling with 310, and I've got a bottle that I'm filling with 823. So I need one for 939 and I need one for 3371 because those are the colors that I end up with the most of. And yeah, there's 939 in this one, in this canvas, but no 3371. So I am on F. I almost forgot to do this video this morning. was, yeah, I got up. I struggled with my sleep last night. And I think the reason was because I had a cup of coffee before I went to bed. Normally, I could do that and it's okay. But I think because of how active my day was yesterday, I think compounded the restlessness. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways. Oh, and good news. I got a notification from Temu. The package that's been sitting in a warehouse for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, something like that, is out for delivery. So I messaged my dad and I told him that it's out for delivery, and there's something in that package for him as well. So I'm really hoping that it actually gets delivered this time. That they know that it's not supposed to go to the big house behind the gate, but to the mobile home beside the gate. And if nobody's home, then it's fine to leave it there. It's fine to leave it at the mobile home. And yeah, so there is something in that package for my dad. And then I've got another package. That one's got diamond paintings in it, as well as nail clippers for my dad. And they're like heavy duty toenail clippers. And then I've got another package that'll be arriving in a couple of days. There's a sticker in that package for my dad, for the truck. My windows aren't dirty, that's my dog's nose art. Because, yeah, he's gonna need it on the truck because, yeah, the dog, oh my goodness, yeah. The Chevy, yeah, likes to do nose art. Oh my goodness. If only there were 2 stickers. One could go on the truck and one could go on the car. Yeah, my dad and I, we were actually having a discussion about me buying the truck. Now he's saying, oh, you don't want this truck. This truck needs it needs a major overhaul. Okay, so the only real reason why I would need a truck is for when I eventually end up moving from this location. I'd need a truck to be able to pull it. But I actually wouldn't mind getting a car because, well, they're cheap on gas. It would give me more freedom. I'd get out of the house more. I could even get a job doing delivery. Yeah. Because there are no delivery services in this town. Because, well, it's not a very big town, and, well... yeah, but, like, there's no DoorDash or, anything like that. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head right now, but they'll come to me later. But basically, yeah, there's no delivery services like that. Now there's, ooh, my neck just cracked. So there are some new businesses opening up just down the highway, right by the intersection, by the lights. Those places might have delivery. I don't know. Pizza Hut and Burger King. And I can't remember what else is there. But, yeah. Those places, they might have delivery. But yeah, if I can get a little car, I can start doing delivery for these places. And, start making a bit of money. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Start making some money. Because I like driving. I do. And it wouldn't be hard for me to do delivery because I just punch in the address for the destination into GPS on my phone, and then away I go. Yeah. So yeah, I could make some good money doing that. Of course, it would mean less time diamond painting, but I would be on call, so like I could sit here diamond painting and then get a notification. Oh, come get this, deliver it to that address. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right there. Run out, hop in my little car, and away I go. Do the delivery, come back home, do some more diamond painting until the next call. Yeah. I like that idea. Because I could definitely do that for 7-Eleven. That's for sure. And probably even for the other places. Because I used to do deliveries. I used to do deliveries for a Chinese restaurant in my hometown that my sister worked at. And I know I mentioned this I talked about it in a previous video, but yeah, my sister, she helped me out with a job using her car to do deliveries, because she was the only waitress that they had, and she couldn't exactly serve tables and go out and do deliveries at the same time. So she helped me get my driver's license, and she let me use her car to do deliveries while she served tables. And there were a few times when I helped with serving tables when they had like a big tour bus come in. And the tour buses that would come in were like Chinese tour buses, because it was a Chinese restaurant, and they had a preset menu. So there was no taking of orders. It was, here's the food, put it on the table, make sure each table has one of each tray of type of food, that kind of stuff. And then there's also tea. I learned how to do the Chinese tea with the loose leaves. Yeah, and it's my I really love the Chinese tea, the loose tea. It's the only tea I drink without sugar. And my sister actually gave me some for Christmas one year. Yeah, I loved it. I was so excited about having it, because I like different types of tea. I do. I like different types of tea, and I like collecting different types of tea and drinking it. And I had a really nice collection of tea. Because I would, there was a bookstore, a secondhand bookstore in my hometown when I was married. I would go there periodically and browse the books, and I'd buy tea. And they had different types of chai tea, rooibos teas, and all loose teas. And I'd be like, well, I think I'm gonna get this tea this time. And yeah, I accumulated a whole bunch of different types, and then I left my husband and moved across Canada, and my tea went with me. Well, when I eventually ended up moving back, my tea got left behind, unfortunately. Because when coming back, I basically just brought my clothes, my scrapbook and stuff, my basic scrapbook and stuff, cats, kid, plants. I think I brought my plants. No, actually, I think my plants got left behind. That's right. Any O's? Yes, there's a couple of O's. Yeah. A whole bunch of my stuff got left behind. But then when, I had the money, I was able to get my stuff shipped to me. And, but not everything arrived. Like my daughter's bike, the tires for my van, yeah, my tea. There were certain things that just didn't make it because of different reasons. While in Ontario, I moved there to be with someone, and he was gonna move to BC. Well, actually, our original plans were to move to Alberta, and with this couple that were friends of ours, and it was her and I and my daughter, Wolfie, and mine and Wolfie's our cats. And then her husband and my boyfriend, my boyfriend moved into the house that her and her husband had been renting. And then we were going to, she and I, the three of us girls, we were going to get a place. We were going to get a 2-bedroom apartment in Red Deer, Alberta. And she and I, we were going to get jobs, and then start saving up money to have our stuff shipped from Ontario. And then the boys were gonna come later after she got an apartment of her own, or my daughter and I got an apartment. But things just didn't go that way. It just didn't work that way. The guys ended up, well, okay, so I forgot my meds. When we left Ontario, I had forgotten my medication, my antidepressants. So, And the longer I went without my antidepressants, the worse I got. The harder it was for me to cope with the stress of everything. Because this was in the middle of winter. This was at the end of January. And the heat went kaput on the van. Yeah, the heat went kaput on the van. And so, yeah, we were struggling with heat. Trying to stay warm was a struggle. And we thankfully we were able to stay. We spent a couple of nights with a cousin of hers in Manitoba. And then we got to Red Deer, and her mom and stepdad lived in a town on the just outside of Red Deer. And so like we got into Red Deer late, and met up with her mom, and then and we followed her mom to their place, and then we were staying at their place while going into Red Deer to look for a place to live, and also trying to get I was trying to get my my disability, or no, I was on income assistance at the time, on regular assistance, I believe. Yeah, I was trying to get my file transferred, and that was a struggle. So we were trying to find a place to rent, and trying to find work. Middle of winter, having issues with the van because it needed work. I was stressed out because of my depression, and the sleeping arrangements sucked at our parents' place, because couldn't have the cats in the house, so they had to stay in the van, and I didn't want them freezing in the van, so had a little space heater in the van that was plugged in, but had to run an extension cord to the van in order to keep the space heater running to prevent the cats from freezing to death, and also to prevent the doors from freezing shut. The extension cord got fried, and apparently it was like a new extension cord, so I don't know why it fried, but it did. The sleeping arrangements for the three of us girls sucked, because the bed, we're both plus size girls, and we were sleeping in a double size bed. So, and my daughter Wolfie was sleeping on the floor at the foot of the bed, and yeah, it was very stressful, and I finally I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I need to see a doctor. I need to get some medication. So she's like, okay, well, let's go to this town. So we went to a different town. I think it was 100 Mile House. Yeah, it's in the opposite direction of Red Deer. So we went to 100 Mile House, and we went to a walk-in clinic, and I saw a doctor there and explained the situation to that doctor. And the doctor was very understanding, and he gave me a prescription for my happy pills. And then we went to a pharmacy, and I got the happy pills. And then we drove around a little bit and looked around, and it's like, well, this looks like it could be an okay town. And unfortunately, there's a lot of Native Americans in 100 Mile House. I'm pretty sure it was 100 Mile House. Unfortunately, the town has a bad reputation for the Native Americans in that town. Which is unfortunate. Yes, there's a lot of Native Americans in that town, and at that particular point in time, yeah, there was some really bad stuff going on in that town. To do with one person in particular, and it's like, well, it wouldn't be a safe place. It might be a small town, but it's not that safe of a place, basically, for my daughter and I. So we didn't stay for too long in that town looking around. So because we're both very emotionally vulnerable women, my daughter and I, not a very good town for us, that's for sure. So I finally like when I finally decided I couldn't do it anymore. I could not stay there anymore. And I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, is there any way you can help me with gas so that I can come to town there? Find a place there. And he's like, yeah, sure, not a problem. You'll have to wait until morning, and I'll go to Western Union. And it's like, okay. So my daughter and I couldn't even stay another night at my friend's mom's place. I packed up our stuff, mine and Wolfie's stuff, and we spent the night at Denny's in Red Deer. Yeah. We spent the night at Denny's in Red Deer, and the staff was okay with us being there because we weren't causing any trouble. I explained the situation to them. They're like very understanding, and I'm like, yeah, I used to work at the Denny's in my hometown, and I know what it's like, and working there, and and they're like, oh, cool. And so, yeah, we were the only ones in there for a while, except for when the bar closed. When the bars closed, they were a little busy. Yeah. But overall, the next morning, my dad had sent me $100, and that was enough for gas to get us back to his place. And I'll continue the story next time. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways. All done. Look at that. It just flew by. Yeah. And 2 rows left. Haha. Yay. I'm excited. She's coming along quite nicely. Yep. Very purty. Very, very purty. Yep. Okay. So. I'm going to go, and I'll see you in the next one.